Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We're a band of brothers standing tall, bound by soil and the southern call. Through fields of gold, through fire and ash, we hold our ground, we'll never crash. Hurrah, hurrah, we raise it high, the bonny blue beneath the sky. Hurrah, hurrah, it shines afar, that bonny blue flag with its single star. Our rights were forged in honest hands. We plowed the fields, we worked the lands. When danger came, we made our stand. A simple star, a bold demand. Hurrah, hurrah, we raise it high, the bonny blue beneath the sky. Hurrah, hurrah, it shines afar, that bonny blue flag with its single star. And battles grim, our anthem sung a sacred hymn. The star, it gleams, it lights the way for those who fight and those who stay. Single star.
Yeah, and I'm muted here. I'm talking to myself. Yes, the Johnny does the flag with the one star. It's a very important flag to the Southern people. It's a very important flag to me. Hey, this is Randy of All Roads Lead 'em Genealogy and Colonel Randall Rhodes of the Carolina Grey Ghost. Wanted to talk to you folks about what's happening tonight. As I peekaboo around my monitors here to find something I'm looking for. That might not be it. I'm looking for something to show it to you guys if I can find it. You ever have a problem with your computer where you have everything all set up nice and in order, and you turn it off, and then the next day or whatever, you turn it back on, and everything is scattered everywhere. Nothing where you put it to start with. And that is very, very upsetting to me because I like my things orderly so I know where to find them. And I want to show you something. You see these flags here? I got two more over here in front that you guys can't see. But a friend of mine, in fact, I think it's either Matt or Ben, one of those two guys, has a new flag that they were showing off to our group, the Fire Eaters. And by the way, hey Zach, how you doing, sir? Hey, I want to show this to you. This is pretty cool. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. That's a cool flag there. Let me show you. Don't tread on me. There's a cotton version, which is like $60, and this polyester for 16. Guess which one I'm going to be buying? And it's not the $60 one either. No, I can't afford that kind of purchase. But folks, I want to ask you guys a question, and I'm hoping that one of my friends on the group responded to me. I actually reached out to him while I was dancing to the music. I got a new set of headsets. Don't know if you took noise to it. Oh, good Lord. Okay. They were recommended to me by a friend as the headset to have. It is a Sennheiser Pro Headphones Pro headset. It's supposed to be the best headset that a podcaster, broadcaster, or musician, whatever, would want to block out the outside sounds while keeping the inside sounds very crystal clear. Supposedly, inside the earpieces are extra little filters and so forth that's supposed to do all the fancy work. So one of the problems that my group was having was when I would play a video or music, they would get echo. And we could never figure out why. And a wise man told me that perhaps the headphones I was using, which happens to be my wife's, that's why they were pink, may be leaching out sound. And my microphone was picking it up and broadcasting it back in. So tonight will be a good test because tonight at 7:00 p.m., folks, we're having another broadcast of the United Fire Eaters. It's a group for the South and only for the South. All we're going to be talking about is what happens in the South and what we can do to make the South a better place to live for our grandkids. Well, not mine, because mine hates the South. Okay, I can't do anything about that. Unfortunately, I was born a Yankee. I have been adopted by the South. I am a Copperhead, which is a Northern person who loves the South and has been accepted by the South. So I'm a Copperhead. My wife is kind of like, she's not quite sure, about the flags, and so it's kind of like, what do I do, But of course, my grandkids, they totally detest these flags because of what they're taught in school. So I doubt my kids will ever live in the South. So much for that, right? But for the other people who live in the South, who have children, who have grandchildren and great-grandchildren, we're trying to make those states a better place to live. And there's some things going on that come Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll have another broadcast, but this time we're going to have 3 board members of the SIA, which stands for Southern Independence Association. Mindy, Joshua, and I think Greg, I think is the other guy's name, is going to be with us on Thursday to discuss what they talked about in their meetings. But tonight, it's going to be, the last I saw, it's going to be Brad Bowden, a client of mine. It's going to be Matt Holmes, the author of 7 books. It's going to be Ben Walker, the author of 1 book, both of them historians. It's going to be possibly Alex Wissonet, my general, and Al Stidman, a new guy that's joined us, and maybe a couple more. And they're going to be bringing their own topics about what to talk about the South. And I'll have my own topic to talk about the South. I love the South. I love the people in the South. They are phenomenal people. People say, "What was the North?" I don't know that many people in the North. This is the God's honest truth. When I started doing this like 8 years ago with the genealogy, I didn't market my services just to the South. I just put myself out there. Hey, if you want a very good researcher for your genealogy, for your ancestry, very affordable, and reach out to me. Boom, that's what I did. But what happened was the people in the South, they loved their connection to the Confederacy. So they reached out to me and said, hey, can you prove my Confederacy? Sure, I'd be more than happy to try and do that for you. And I did. And they loved me. And they're still with me 5 years later. And then, of course, they recommend me to other friends, like the gentleman here, Zach Raylaw. He was with me for a short period of time. I got some information about the wagon train for his wife going out west to California. I think I answered his question. I'm not sure if I did. He had some other things going on, so he had some things going on, so he had to step back from doing the genealogy, which is fine. I understand that. Zach, just so you know, your tree is still saved. I have it on my desktop. If you ever decide to come back and do more work, it's here waiting for you. But yeah, so it just seems like the people in the South are more concerned about their family, about God, about their country, not the North, the South, and what they're trying to do to make it a better place. And tonight, Matthew Holmes is going to be bringing some really interesting stuff and projects he's been working on. He has a lot on his mind, plus another book. In fact, I know I saved the one thing here. While I look for that, I'm going to play another song. And I'm going to look for this one thing. I want to share with you guys, okay? I want to play the song. There we go. See if I get it. There we go.
Dreams of war beneath the sun, drums in his chest, his heart on fire, the crack of rifles, the cannon choir. Ghosts of Gettysburg, they linger still, walking.
Just, this particular song was created by me and using Suno. I'm still going to probably do it. I bought 8 books of the Ghost of Gettysburg, and one of the first book, the first chapter was about a story about a Confederate soldier who dies in combat, and he wants to get to his girlfriend, and his girlfriend also gets killed in the conflict. It's a true story. So let me play it back. That was the backdrop to it. Union soldier. My bad. A Union soldier came across his friend. His friend had a message that he wanted to get to his girlfriend, but he got shot, and he wanted his friend to take this message to his girlfriend who lives in Gettysburg. So on the way to getting it to her across the battlefield, some bullets went through her home where she lived. The home was right there on the battlefield. And while she was there making bread, she got shot in the back and she died. Now, historically, the claim is that her ghost is still there and people have seen it. Okay, so this was a few lines from that particular chapter created this song. Okay, there's your backdrop.
Dreams of war beneath the sun, drums in his chest, his heart on fire, the crack of rifles, the cannon choir. Ghosts of Gettysburg, they linger still, walking fields where time stands still. shattered
The girlfriend.
a stray bullet brought
Call through the door.
her down.
Ah,
He reached for her, a cry unheard, falling to silence without a word. And the earth, it wept for the lives it took. Pages burned in history's book. Ghosts of Gettysburg, they linger still, walking fields where time stands still. Lovers lost their story untold, hand in hand in the evening's cold. The guns have hushed, the echoes fade, but their shadows dance in the fields they made. Under the moon they softly tread, alive in love, though long since dead.
You know, when you think about it, I place just a few sentences in the Suno.com website, the app for the AI music, and it takes over, and it adds like 4 or 5 stanzas to the song. So what's interesting is that even though I didn't type in more than 5 sentences, it like knew the book, and it just kept going, and the words, the everything was perfect to like the AI. Actually read the book and created the music. And Zach is saying, wonderful work, highly recommends me. Alex Spitznut, he is my general. How you doing today, sir? Good to meet you here this morning. I forget, are you going to be joining us tonight, Tuesday? And there's Barbara Amos. Hello, Barbara. I'm just doing a little quick shout out. I got a new headphone set up with 20 feet of cord. So I got to be real careful because it had some weight to it. And the little plug that goes into my microphone, it tends to fall out. So I got to be real careful and not. I got to get control of my hands to make sure they stay away from that cord. Otherwise, I'll go dead, and then that ruins the show. Well, depends, if you like to see people die on the show, but that's all there's to it. But I just wanted to jump on here, talk about tonight, and make 2 mentions in politics. I really don't like talking politics anymore, but I'm going to bring this up. So just so you know, if you haven't heard, today, sometime after 2 o'clock, President Trump is making a huge announcement. Who knows what it is? My money is on a declaration of war of some sort. He has the flight patterns over, I think it's Venezuela, shut down. He has this huge fleet of Navy ships with multiple thousands of Marines. He has the CIA already in country doing what they're trying to do to get Maduro out. Maduro's trying to say, no, look, I got information, Trump, that can help you. I know who cheated. I know where the bodies lie. Please, let me prove it to you. Don't kill me. Who knows? He might listen to him. I don't know. I don't think so. So sometime after 2 o'clock, have your news on, whatever. I'll be watching out for that. Barbara says that is great. The headphones look great. They look comfortable, and the sound's good too. Excellent. They are very comfortable. I feel like air freaking tight against my ears. That's the way it's supposed to be. I actually saw the video that goes with it before you buy it, and it's on Amazon. And it shows this guy trying to take the earpiece apart to see what's inside, and he had to take like a big ass screwdriver to pry the thing open to get inside of it. And then, so, 30-day free trial, can't beat it. My biggest thing is if anyone on my broadcast who's on the panel, like tonight, if they hear echo when I'm trying to do my thing, then I know that the problem still exists. And do I really want this? I mean, it's $80. I'm on a monthly payment plan, which is fine. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. The weird thing is, I was going to say weird, but when I got the headphones, I got the instructions. So I want to see if there's anything weird I do for setup, right? There's like 20 different languages on here. It took me like 5 minutes to find English. Yes, they're alphabetical in order, but I had to find it. And the instructions they sucked. The one thing that floored me is that when I opened them up, this big ass plug is on it, right? And I thought, oh shit, I don't have anything that big. Watch yourself, people. I know what you're thinking. No, I don't have anything this big in my microphone or my computer. So I called my friend who recommended this to me. He said, Randy, it unscrews. I said, what? Yeah, unscrew it, Randy. Oh, okay. And inside there's a mini plug. I feel stupid. But that's what friends are for, right? Hey, Robin Brunson, haven't seen you for a while. How you doing today? I'm just here shouting out about tonight's broadcast. If you are a believer of the South and love the South, or even just like the South, I have a new program. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but as you know, I do genealogy, and 99.9% of my clients are all from the South. And they say, Ray, why don't we just create a new group and we do a broadcast together? So we created the United Fire Eaters. And initially, it was going to be just Matthew Holmes. He's an author of several books I've broadcast about on here. And Ben Walker, who also just authored a new book, which I talked about on my broadcast. And one other person. And they said, well, I know someone wants to join. So next thing I know, I have 6 people who want to be my core members of the group. And then Alex, who's might still be on here in the comments section, he said, Ray, I got 5 people who are interested in becoming part of your program. I said, cool. Let's get, oh, wait a minute. I got to update my EVMux software to include for 12 people on the panel. So we have 12 people. Now, the first broadcast of 12 actually became 7 because people were sick and so forth. So I understand that. I'm not the kind of host that says, you're going to be here. I don't care if you're dying. You're going to be on my show tonight because it's my show and you're going to be here. That's not me. I used to work for a boss. Sidestep here. I think he was half serious, half joking. He said that if you're going to die, we need 3 days advance warning that you're going to die, so we're going to get ready to replace you. Plus, we want to see the obituary after fact. I'm not the kind of guy. So, Robin Brunson says, how would you know that without being shown or told about it? Live and learn. Oh, she's talking about the microphone and the plug. Good. And my son and his girlfriend are at the hospital waiting for their first baby to be born. It's look. Oh, congratulations! You're gonna be a grandma. Are you gonna be a grandma for the first time, or just the second or third time for you, Robin? So, anyways, so the first big broadcast was actually only 7 people, and some of the people on the panel were saying they had an echo, and we tried, tried different things to avoid it. And what it turned out to be is every time I share a screen, the people on the panel could hear an echo, which to me made no sense initially because the audio is being transmitted through my computer to the audio of the computer. What didn't occur to me until a friend pointed out to me, he said, well, maybe the problem is your headset. I said, what do you mean? He said that the headset isn't airtight, okay? that the audio that I'm sharing is going into my microphone and then back out a second time. Well, that makes sense. Robin says, first time for being a grandma. Congratulations. Grandma gets to spoil them. Yes, they do. But the one thing that still hasn't made sense to me, and I'll I'll find out tonight, is that even before I started the play of the video on the second monitor, as soon as I clicked on the second monitor share, the echo kicked in. And I'm still trying, and he's being very patient with me, and I'm very kind of thick-headed when it comes to computer stuff. I'm still trying to figure out why, it still echoes even though any sound. But anyways, we'll find out tonight. So the other thing is that Trump's making a big announcement after 2:00 today. Him, he always runs late. I think it has to do with about going into battle. Also, there is the question as to why is he, if he has this big war against drugs and the cartels, why is he giving 100% pardon to the ex-president of the one country who's in prison for drugs and cartel and bribes and so forth? Unless he's thinking that by pardoning him, he might return to his country and help get support for Trump and our country. That's a thought. Different people have different thoughts about that. I hate to say it, but when President Trump first came into office the first time around, he was totally non-political. But he has since, I think, has learned that to get things done, you gotta play the game. And I'm thinking that by releasing this guy and giving him a full pardon, even though he is essentially a bad guy, the good that he might be able to bring about by returning to his country and getting people in line to be allied with our country and our government will outweigh what he's done in the past. That's my kind of like thinking. I don't know. The other thing was, what was it? About the different the third world nations that Trump has now at least trying to put a halt to all immigration coming in because the immigration system is broken. I don't think we have a good hold on bringing people into our country who are going to love our country, love the way our politics and our religion and our way of living, and leave what they had behind. Now, doing genealogy, I have to say that I'm not quite sure how I feel about that because all of our ancestors came here from different countries, primarily from Europe, okay, but they all had a similar belief system. Most of them were Quakers, okay, some were Amish, Mennonites, some were other religions. They wanted a better life for themselves and their family. They wanted to have a piece of land to call their own. They wanted better health for themselves. So in that respect, they all had the same beliefs. So they came here and they created our country. So now we have these other immigrants who are coming in from third world nations. I think it's a reverse invasion. They're coming here, and the whole idea of immigrating into a country is to bring the best of the best. You bring the educated, the engineered, the doctors, the nurses, the teachers, whatever. Someone who can give back to the country they want to be a new citizen of. You don't come here looking for handouts. We got enough of that in our own people. When you come here by the millions looking to live off of off the taxpayers, the people who are here working and paying taxes, you're living off their dime. That's not going to leave anything back for the actual citizen who's living here and born here and loves the country. You got these people coming in who hate our country, they hate our religion, they hate our capitalism, but they want to live here. Why? I think it's because they are, in a way, invading our country to eventually take it over. And that's why you have these individuals showing up in politics who are starting to change the flavor of things. And I think Trump is trying his best to stop it. You know? So this broadcast is only meant to be short, just as a way of testing to see how the headphones are. Let's see what I got going on here. Okay, so I apologize if you're hearing some voice in the background. I get my door open a crack because of the cats. If I close the door all the way, they're out there scratching. I want to be a daddy. Scratch, 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 and there goes the paint. So my wife is downstairs watching TV. So if you hear anything like that, I apologize for it. Hopefully not hearing much of it. But anyways, so I just want to be here to talk about tonight, 7 o'clock p.m. We're talking about the South and only about the South and all the things going to be happening to it, which is going to be good things. So if you love the South, you want to hear what's going on, or if you want to be a part of the show, let me know. Links go out at 6:45 p.m. That gives me 15 minutes to get everyone here and to make sure the audio and video check turns out fine. Also, I start right at 7 o'clock. I'd hate starting late and so forth. So, quick shout out to Zach. Shout out to Alex, my general, Barbara Amons, a friend, Robin Bronson, a friend, and that's it. So, share this out. I got it shared out to like 8 Southern groups. Just make mention to your friend group. Hey, one last thing before I jump off here. It was pretty cool. Last night I had trouble sleeping, as I normally do, and I took notice that my group, the Fire Eaters, United Fire Eaters, that we only had 24 members. I thought, oh man, we're not growing. So I did like some quick changes. I did some sharing into specific groups. And within 2 hours, we went from 24 members to 94. And then by the morning when I woke up, we had 102 new members. I thought, well, that's darn cool, right? I really like that. So I'm going to jump off here. But before I do, I wanted to close out with a song. And as it gets close to the end, I'll just fade away. Tonight, 7 o'clock, please be here, okay? And comment about the music. If you like a particular kind of music, let me know. I'll create it for you for the show. And that way you have part of it as well, and you're enjoying it. And that's the whole thing. I want you to enjoy my shows.
General gave Randall the rank of colonel so he could fight with the brave men in gray. Now Colonel Randall Rhodes fights the Bonnie Blue flag, and that's what Colonel Randall Rhodes brings. He brought fire, he brought freedom, he brought love, he brought a war. Said to hell with the stars and stripes, I'm fighting for the stars and bars. And to hell with your war of aggression, I'm fighting for the war of independence. And he'd march on down to the fields of cotton for a southern nation. And the gray ghost fights for the Bonnie Blue flag, and that's what